The team behind Love, Death, and Robots brings us a new video game-inspired animated series, but this time on Amazon Prime. So is it worth watching or not? Let's get started on my review of the first 8 episodes of Secret Level. Let's go.
I think it's time we blow this thing. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
What's going on, all my Flicksers? This is Jacey from Jacey Flicks, and I just finished watching the first 8 episodes of the first season of Secret Level. Before I do get started with my review, please note this will be a spoiler-free review, just in case you haven't seen any episodes yet, currently showing on Amazon Prime. Also, please make sure that you hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell to stay up to date on more animated shows that I'm reviewing just like this. So Secret Level Season 1 of the first 8 episodes stars Keanu Reeves, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and more. 8 animated standalone short series based on several video games and franchises are taken and adapted to Amazon Prime by the team who brought us Love, Death, and Robots. Now, within these episodes, of course, every single episode is different, and it is an anthology series. So for a few episodes, Secret Level captures the essence of its video game inspirations with solid character portrayals. The best episode, though, I will say, is the Unreal Tournament, and this episode effectively establishes its evil corporations and oppressed robots, clearly aligning audiences with the underdogs. Similarly, the acting chops and charm of the Armored Core Asset Management episode adds a much-needed breath of fresh air, featuring a flawed and entertaining protagonist in Keanu Reeves. However, these instances are exceptions. Most characters serve as functional plot devices rather than fully fleshed out individuals, failing to anchor the audience emotionally. Even with star appearances such as Arnold Schwarzenegger voicing a pompous noble in the New World episode, often feels like a gimmick rather than integral contributions to the story. Then when that episode ends, it feels abrupt and just random. Now, to extend more on the stories and plots, the series struggles with the limitations of its anthology format, often cramming action-heavy stories into 5 to 15 minute episodes that rarely feel complete. While these first 8 episodes of Secret Level initially explore a respectable range of genres, including fantasy-like episodes like in the Dungeons and Dragons episode and the stylized martial arts of Sifu, the narratives quickly become repetitive. A significant portion of episodes features montage of characters' deaths or nods to the resurrection mechanics of video games, but these tropes grow tiresome rather than engaging. Some episodes barely scratch the surface of their source material, and I often felt that for sure with every single episode. I feel like after the Dungeons and Dragons episode, it became kind of a thing where you would start to get into an episode where it introduces a character, they die or get revived or something happens, and then all of a sudden it just ends and you're like, what? I was starting to get into that episode and I wanted to find out what else was happening. It's almost like a lot of these episodes are just intros to video games. For example, the Sifu episode, which I really wanted to like, and I love what I saw from the first couple of minutes, but it focuses more on setting up its premise than delivering a compelling story. While the Exodus episode feels like an extended game trailer rather than a standalone tale. Even when episodes deviate from their source material, like the misguided attempt to turn Pac-Man into a grim sci-fi bloodbath, they rarely succeed in creating something distinctive or memorable. Now, let's get into the animation, you guys. Visually, Secret Level demonstrates a high level of craftsmanship, especially in its realistic animation. And I will say that that's what had me anticipating this show, especially from the team that brought us Love, Death, and Robots. I love the animation of every single episode and that anthology series. So this one really doesn't stray away from that high level of animation. The Dungeons and Dragons episode benefits from vibrant depictions of diverse fantasy races, and you can definitely see that in that episode. And especially like Armored Core that features Keanu Reeves, I could tell right away that was him, but the motion capture is impeccable. The exaggerated brutality of the Warhammer episode also makes for striking visuals with luminous blood and splattered space marine armor added to its unique appeal. However, the over-reliance on lifelike animation across most episodes results in a lack of variety. Shorter episodes like Sifu, for example, offer more stylized and visually distinctive approaches, but really that's about it. And it kind of lessens the impact when you don't focus on the emotional core, the character building, or even just finishing out a plot for an episode. Unfortunately, the series prioritizes its aesthetic often rather than its actual plot and character development. Despite a couple of highlights, Secret Level fails to deliver on its potential. Many of the stories feel constrained by the series' focus on recognizable brands and their game mechanics, leaving little room for creative storytelling. While episodes like Unreal Tournament Zon hint at the possibilities of crafting engaging, character-driven tales, these moments are overshadowed by the overreaching monotony of action-heavy conflicts. To that note, Unreal Tournament feels like an episode that would be in Love, Death, and Robots, or even a standalone small short film. And I will say, an anthology series like this, or even Love, Death, and Robots, can succeed if it balances strong storytelling with a varied, thoughtful selection of source material. Unfortunately, these first 8 episodes of Secret Level leans too heavily on formulaic action and fails to capture the diversity and creativity of the gaming genre. While it offers occasional glimpses of brilliance, the series ultimately feels like a drawn-out series of video game trailers, lacking the emotional depth and originality needed to resonate with viewers. And I honestly expected more from this team who brought us Love, Death, and Robots. I mean, I was so excited for this when I heard about it and it was going to be showing on Amazon Prime. I put on my calendar and everything, but yeah, guys, this was pretty disappointing to say the least. With all that being said, you guys, I'm going to give Secret Level 2.5 flames out of 5 and a pretty meh rating.
Just kidding, but not really.
These first episodes were a little warm, but still frozen in the middle. This first part of the season needed more time cooking and more time to develop the stories, plots, and characters. If Secret Level doesn't completely collapse into being a marketing tool, it still succumbs to the fatigue of uninspired repetition. For fans hoping for a deeper exploration of video game worlds and characters, this series may prove to be a disappointment to you. Trust me when I say that as I was watching every single episode, I was scratching my head after every single one, aside from the 2 that I named. And also, speaking of that, this is the part of the video where I usually give my episode recommendations, but since most episodes in this first part of the season aren't really worth watching in my opinion, I say just watch episode 4 titled Unreal Tournament Zon. This was the best episode by far, with these first 8 episodes being released. Another decent episode includes episode 8 titled Armored Core Asset Management. Otherwise, most episodes lack any real character development, end too abruptly, or simply don't add more story to make any real sense to most viewers who are unfamiliar with the video games or elements that they are trying to borrow from. Another thing though I will mention, you guys, is that this is just the first 8 episodes of the first season that is out right now. On December 17th, Amazon Prime will release the rest of the 7 episodes remaining in the first season. So we will see if those episodes improve at all. Alright guys, so have you seen Secret Level, the first part of the first season yet? If you have, let me know what you thought of it overall. Also, which episode is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below and let me know what I should review next. Last thing before I do go, you guys, please make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell to stay up to date. My name is Jacey from Jacey Flicks, and until next time, I'm out.